Ride the Cyclone is the best musical of all time. No objections, or you'll be sent into the Roblox obby of my choosing. If you've heard about this musical, I assume you're foaming at the mouth like me, and if you haven't, well, buckle in, because I'll be telling you about how this musical changed my outlook on life, and will probably change yours too. We start with a group of choir kids heading up a roller coaster, and yes, I will be playing all the characters. The roller coaster derails. What do you know, that's not the end. We wake up and this fortune teller robot tells the choir kids how one of them will get another chance at life. They will basically each get one song to talk about whatever they want to. And then a decision will be made on who gets a second shot at life. We will soon learn that these rules are loose rules, but that's after we introduce the guest contestant. She was on the roller coaster with them, but because she was decapitated when the roller coaster fell, and no one kept up her picture, no one, not even she, knows who she is. Oh no, here, let's help you up. They ask who wants to go first, and who else but Ocean volunteers. Student president and straight A student. Ocean's what you get if you grabbed a rat from New York City and deep fried it in grease. I hate her. But she's also basically the best character. Her whole song talks about how she has and will contribute so much more to society than everyone else here combined, saying that the best thing her best friend Constance can do is become an organ donor. Jesus Christ. But then it's revealed that the choir kids will be voting at the end on who will come back to life. Next we have Noel, the most dramatic boy in town. He's who I'd want to be if I was in the musical. He's undoubtedly gay, and with this musical coming out during 2008, I had my concerns on how this is going to be handled, and while he does play into stereotypes, they make him an actual character who has his own unique hopes and dreams. I like how they really lean into the dramatics with him, and they actually make him really emotionally intelligent. And you know, I wish that wasn't such a rare characteristic for characters in media. What I'm trying to say is that Noel is basically the best character. His whole song is about wanting to be a stripper in France back in the 1800s, and oh my god, it's like this character is made for me. That's my plan C. The whole song kind of climaxes with Mishka having a sloppy makeout session with Noel, and god, I was not expecting that when I bought my ticket for the college production I went to a couple years back. Ocean complains that no one's even singing about anything real anymore, and screw you, Ocean! I'm not sorry you broke your arm. God damn it. Next is the boy of the hour, Mishka. He's a self-proclaimed Ukrainian bad boy. He uploads raps onto YouTube, which is how he met his online girlfriend, who is the only thing in this world he loves more than his passion for art. He's basically the best character. They do something really creative with Mishka actually getting two songs. The first song is a traditional rap you wouldn't be shocked to see on his channel. It's all about hanging with the boys, and it uses this purposefully annoying auto-tune to show the artificiality of the song. But then he does another song about how he's not afraid to admit that Talia is the light of his life, laying down his masculinity for her. And all the girls get these skirts that harken back to traditional Ukrainian dresses, and the music is this beautiful Ukrainian folk ballad. They literally project Talia onto Mishka's heart, and truly the best way to describe it is beautiful. Love the choice to give him two songs, literally demonstrating the artificial wall he puts up of being a dude bro in the first, but then in his second song demonstrating his true love and passion, with something coming a lot more from the heart. I love when plays use their medium to their advantage. Next up we have Ricky, and sadly no musical's perfect. I think it's important for this section to bring up a change they recently made. Ricky Potts is a character that is shown with a nondescript disability, needing the aid of crutches and being implied to be nonverbal. After some controversy with some writing decisions around the character, and the push to include more people with disabilities to portray these type of characters, the writers just decided to completely cut out this aspect of Ricky's character, a decision I disagree with. Representation matters, and I think they should have just consulted with people with these type of disabilities to create a script that respects everyone. Ricky's song is Space Age Bachelor Man, a song that's mostly about how he's into cat girls. I personally find it to be the weakest song in the song track, but I heard a lot of people enjoyed it. I think I'm just not a big fan of rock. In the live show I went to, they dressed Ricky in what I think was the old caveman outfit they had, and while he was singing, the other actors would be on each side of the stage, hissing behind the bleachers. Jane Doe's song is up next, and her song's meant to be the big wow moment of the play. In the most famous recording, she's belting out opera notes as she's being spun 360 degrees in the air. In the version I watched in person, they formed this cheerleading formation that allowed Jane Doe to be held up by the cast perfectly upside down as she belts these high notes. I found another YouTube video where they literally spin her around on a wheel. The song is beautiful, and I think it does a great job of living up to the hype and mystery of this character built up by the play. It focuses more on the feeling of being forgotten by the universe. It doesn't really go into any lore about her specifically. Then we get a mini song about the choir kids celebrating her birthday because they don't know if it's not her birthday, and it's a great little spectacle. The song barely has any music, and they're making up the words as they go, but it shows such humanity in such a dark, lonely little place. They're just a bunch of kids trying their best. And then we get a scene where everyone pairs up, and the interactions between these kids is definitely the biggest highlight of the show. I love Noel and Mishka's friendship. They're both artists, and they both equally support and value each other. Noel gives Mishka crucial advice in not letting Karnak show him his potential future with Talia, and Mishka is the first person to see the beauty in how Noel expresses himself. Jade and Ricky get a cute scene too. If I had any critique, I wish they would have leaned on this relationship a lot more throughout the play. And finally, in direct contrast to the other two's wholesomeness, Constance, finally tired of Ocean, punches her in the frickin' boob, then goes up to perform. I always found it weird that Constance, out of all people, is the last to perform. You would think it would be Jane Doe, but I bet it's because Constance's song does the best job of connecting to the final point of the musical. It's about how she wanted this big grand life, and she never got it. That she was made to feel small because her family was content being in Uranium City. The Constance I saw live kept on making eye contact with Ocean during this part, an amazing acting decision. Her whole song is about enjoying the small things in life, and I really wish she could have gotten to wear a cute costume for it. All the boys get costumes for their songs. Finally, it's time to vote, but through some wacky hijinks, it's up to Ocean and Ocean alone on who gets to live a second life. Then Ocean gives the best monologue I've ever heard about how she actually doesn't deserve to go back. She made the mistake in life of not getting to know any of them, which clearly makes her the biggest loser here, because they are all flipping rock stars. And although they never get to fully live their lives, that is to discount the 17 years they already had. Their life had meaning simply due to the fact that they lived it. So she chooses Jane Doe, the one that doesn't have any memory of her life, to go back and get another shot. Then, as Jane Doe goes through the portal, all that St. Cassian choir kids can do is watch as we see pictures of Jane Doe, now Penny's, life going by. If I think about this moment too hard, it makes me cry. Then we get a reprise of the opening song, that life is just a ride, and then that's where the play ends. This play is really brave in what it decides to tackle, and I think it hits a home run with its message. Your life is important because you're living it. It's about the tiny things that make life worth living. It's about the people you connect with, the dreams you haven't quite reached. It's not a game, just a ride.